Hi. So before we start our class here, I just want to make sure you can hear me well.
Yes, I can hear you.
Beautiful. I guess it's our first time having a class here. Maybe you can just try to introduce yourself to me. Can you please talk about yourself, Bet?
Okay, yeah. And you can call me Rito. And I just graduated from university, and right now I am a internship in a company. So my job is to a do business with foreign with clients from other countries.
Well, that's very decent. Thank you so much for telling me that. So, why do you want to improve your English here?
Because in my job, I need to communicate with my clients, and
Hmm.
sometimes they speak fast, or maybe sometimes they have accents, so I can't just clearly get what they mean.
So, where do your clients come from usually?
Sorry.
Where do your clients come from usually? Where are they from?
They're from Europe and maybe South Asia,
Hmm.
and sometimes India,
Hmm.
American, Australia, New
Oh, so you
Zealand.
do have
Mhm.
different clients from different countries. That's wonderful.
Yeah, yes, and they have totally different accents.
Well, thanks so much for telling me that here. Well, anyways, my name is Teacher Sean. You can call me Sean here. I'm gonna be
Mm,
your teacher. I think
mm,
that learning a language can be done by practicing. That's what we say. The more they speak, the more that you learn. So, in the language, usually, like it's not only English only, but any other language. If you want to learn a language, you do have to practice it. That is the only way to learn language quicker, you can say. And I believe that you
mm.
do have really good background, as you can understand me well, which is very very good. Your English level is already in a high level, we can say. Um,
Mhm.
Let me just tell you something about this course right here. It's called Free Talk 1. This one is
Mm.
going to be a bit easy for you, I'm gonna say, because your English level, we can say, your English level is kind of like it's an advanced level. I don't
Mm.
think this is gonna be a suitable one for you. You're gonna find the words and the sentences are easy for you. So I think that it's better for you if you can jump to a higher one, or just like you can find a harder book, which is going to be, because it's actually a series. It's called Free Talk with sorry, so Free Talk 1. Oh, there's 0, there's 1, there's 2, there's 3. You're taking number 1, which is going to be the second one. I think you can
Mhm.
feel free to can go to the second one. Sorry, number 2 or number 3. You can just try to these these courses right here, because they are going to be very competitive. I mean, what I mean by that is, you're gonna find a lot of challenging words, and I think that's what you're looking for. You're looking for something that you want to learn. I'm not really, I believe that all the words that you're gonna have here are you're already familiar with. So look at that. We do have
Mm.
variety of words, but I think you're all familiar with that. Maybe we can just
Mhm.
give it a try. We can try to do this conversation right here. I'm gonna be Tom. You're gonna be Tina. All right?
Okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So hey, I'm up for a weekend getaway. What do you think?
Well, I'm done. Do you have any place in mind?
Yeah, let's hit the beach.
I love it. But beach hotels this time of year are out of my price range.
Good point. Or we could go camping by a lake and go fishing then.
I'll pass. Last time I did that, the mosquito basically ate me alive.
Or that's what bug spray is for. Well, how about a road trip?
Well, we need a destination. I don't want to drive around aimlessly.
I know. Let's go visit my cousin at his cabin down south and play golf.
Great idea.
Yeah. So you can see that all the words
Hmm.
are very easy, aren't they?
Yeah, I think so.
You don't have any questions about them.
Yeah, no question.
Yeah, so you can see that all, from the first time we did have a conversation, I knew that this book is going to be easy for you. So that's why you should,
Mhm.
try to jump to another one to the higher level. I think it's going to be
Yeah,
more suitable for you.
yeah. I think so.
So how do you learn English usually? Like, do you have a way to learn the language?
Basically, I need to talk with my clients every day. Actually, sometimes, sometimes we'll have a meeting, and sometimes we'll have a phone call and email normally, and I will have a conversation with my colleagues also.
So
And I don't
that's
need
how
to
you can
spend a
learn the
lot of
language,
time
right?
to learn English. Actually,
So that's how you learn the language. You learn the language by speaking to your clients, right?
yeah.
That's perfect.
But still, I don't think my English is quite, advanced because still I got a lot of ideas. I cannot speak it out.
I can understand it because I'm also learning Chinese myself. Sometimes there's kind of like, something behind your head here. You want to speak it out, but you don't know how to say it because you don't know how to express
exactly.
yourself sometimes.
Yeah, true.
It's totally,
that's true.
It's totally normal for second language learners. It's like, something normal for them. Well, anyways, I would say that English is very important since you're required to speak the language or speak English in your daily life, in your work. I believe that you should also look forward and enhance your English in this term. What I'm gonna say is, like, here in my classes I usually make it as free talks usually. Like, even though that we are going to have topics here, like this book right here is, kind of like, what I like about it the most is we're gonna have a free talk topics about free talks about specific topics. That's what makes it very interesting. For example, today we're supposed to talk about weekend getaway. After tomorrow, we're going to talk about our friends. After tomorrow, we're going to talk about transportation. So every day there is a new topic to talk about. We don't go aimlessly. We don't, go random topics. Usually, like, when you go random topics, usually goes about, some daily life conversations, which is not going to, not going to be beneficial for us, we can say.
Yeah.
So where do you live now? Do you live in China?
Yes, of course. I live in the south of China. We call it Guangdong province.
Guangdong. Oh, I've been to Guangdong. I've been to Guangzhou. I've been to Shenzhen before, these major cities. Because I also worked in China. I worked in a city called Hangzhou. I think you already know it. Yeah, I worked
it's in the middle of China, I think.
Yeah, we can
nearby
say that.
Shanghai.
Yeah, we can say that it's in the east of China, maybe. Kind of like,
East of China.
in the east of China, because it's just like a coastal city where, Shanghai and Hangzhou is very close to each other.
Yeah.
So, I also want to say that, have you ever been abroad? Did you go to another country before?
Yeah, before I graduated, I went to India before. It was a business trip. I just act like a translator.
Translator.
Yeah.
I think it's very hard. It's very challenging to understand Indian people, because I've also had some Indians before. When I talk to them, I find it very challenging to understand them. It's kind of like, the accent that they have is very hard to be understand.
Yeah. I agree, because they pronounce T to D. I mean, like
T to D.
Yeah, T to D.
I would say that you're also very lucky, because you do have, this English environment where you can actually practice the language. I mean, every day, you do have you're working, but you're also, practicing your language, because you do have, clients to practice the language with. Most of my students, they don't have this opportunity. So that's how I would say that you're a bit lucky about that.
Yeah. And normally, I think I just want to practice maybe business English, because there might be specific terms I don't know how to say, in business environment.
Well, they're kind of like, specifically, like, if you want to enhance your language in the business term, you can go with business courses right here. They do have variety of selections, actually. And here in this company, if you can go and check it out, you can talk to the customer service. They're gonna let you know about what kind of courses do they have. Because I taught some, I taught some business, English for business here. They do have a lot of kind of books. So if you feel like, you know, if you want to, you know, you can feel like free to select as many books as you want, and you can choose the one that you like.
Yeah.
Because I think that, you know, free talk is managed for those who are seeking to improve their language in general, we can say. What I mean by that is they just want to speak the language. They don't want to, you know, kind of like, you know, learn the language in business specifically. You know, they just want to be, you know, learn the language, the daily life conversations and stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
Because I actually I don't like reading. You know, sometimes I don't like reading.
So you just want to talk.
Maybe I'm not sure. Maybe I will try later.
It's actually amazing that you can actually understand me, because most of my students, they can't understand me sometimes because of my accent. But it seems like, you know, you've had some British customers before, right?
Yes. I learned actually I learned British accent first at the very beginning, and later I just, you know, I need to talk with a lot of people from everywhere, so I need to learn a lot of accents. You know, maybe Chinese accent, British accent, American accent, Australia accent, India accent. I need to get used to it. Otherwise, I can't understand them.
What's good? Actually, like maybe you could also work as a translator. You know, this job right here. This job is very amusing, we can say, because, you know, working as a translator is not that hard. If you do have the language, you can speak English very well. You can work as a translator, you know, and you do have a lot of free time.
But actually, my job is not translator. I just need to do business with them, so I need to clearly understand what they mean. You know, sometimes they don't speak like that strictly. I need to guess what they want to mean. If the price is too high, or if the quality they are not satisfied with, a lot of problem I need to consider, not just, you know, translate the conversation.
So you're kind of like a customer service, we can say. You work as a
yeah. So I think I'm a consultant, right? Consultant.
a consultant, yes.
Yeah, consultant. Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. That's decent.
Yeah, and where are you from?
I'm from the UK, somewhere in the UK, because I can't say where is it actually, because it's forbidden to talk about countries here. I would say that somewhere in the UK.
Okay. And I have some clients from Scotland. I think the Scottish accent is the most difficult language to learn.
I totally agree with you right here, because I'd also have some Scottish friends here, but you know, it's kind of, for me, I'm used to that. I'm used to the language. That's why I can actually understand them. But for foreigners, for sure, it's very hard to understand them.
Yeah. And also they don't, you know, sometimes I just talk with them. They don't speak like yes, they say I.
Yes, I.
Yeah. They don't speak yes.
yes.
And you know, at the first beginning, I even don't know what they say. Why you say I? I think it's I, you know, my I.
It's very funny, because, you know, my friends doesn't do that actually. My friends kind of like, you know, these kind of people actually, maybe they don't come from the capital city. That's why, you know, you're gonna find a lot of, you know, you can say a slang language. You know, they speak in a slang language where you can't understand them. But for people comes from the capital city, no, they don't speak the same way that your clients do. I believe that if you go to the clients, I believe that they don't come from the capital. No, they're definitely from cities far away from the capital. That's why they are kind of like, you know, using a slang language with everybody. But for us, no. Like, you know, people coming from the capitals are clearly enough in the language. Like when they speak the language, they do speak it in a, like, kind of, we can say, in a clear way. We don't use our slang language in daily lives here.
Yeah. It's funny. Yeah.
Do you want to come here to the UK one day?
Not sure, because if there is a business trip, I will come.
just business trip. You can't come by yourself alone.
Because I think it will be expensive. I mean.
Well, not really. I mean, traveling doesn't. It's not really. You can go in, like, in your budget. Like, for example, if you don't have a lot of money, you can just, like, you know, get some, some hostels. If you get some hostels, I think it's not going to cost you a lot of money if you travel. And I believe that's a human nature. Like for us, we like exploring. We like exploring things in the places. That's why I'm not sure if it's for you, but for me, I really like traveling. That's why I like to explore many countries around around Bay. Or maybe for you, don't like traveling.
Actually, I don't like traveling. I just like stay at home and maybe play games. I like playing games.
Oh, you play video games?
League of Legends.
League of Legends. Oh, I've also played this game right here. Actually, I've played a long time ago. Yeah, I know this game, League of Legends. Right?
Actually, what's your favorite position? You like to go mid or go?
I used to play. I used to play as a jungler actually, but I didn't play for a long time. I would say maybe 2 years I didn't play it.
Oh, great.
You care about the rank and stuff, right? What's your rank?
Rank is about diamond.
Diamond. Oh, that's very beautiful. Mine was actually. I'm not sure if it's actually changed right now, but mine was plat at that time.
Okay.
I didn't play the game very well.
Jungle. I like the jungle.
Oh, you like jungle? I like to play. I used to play Kayn. You know Kayn?
Yeah, I know Kayn.
Yeah, Kayn. I used to play Kayn as well. And I used to play Nunu William as well as I don't remember quite really good because didn't play the game a long time actually.
Yeah, but my favorite champion is Fizz.
Oh, Fizz.
Yeah, Fizz.
Oh, I don't know. Is this a new release champion? Because I don't know this name.
Fizz. I think she or he or it will put up a big fish. A big fish.
Oh, wait a second.
Well, attract a
Fizz, right?
A shark.
Fizz.
Yeah, Fizz. Fizz.
Oh, I know Fizz. I've never played this champ before. I think it's very complicated champ.
Yeah.
Also, you're mid lane now, yeah?
Yeah, mid lane, yeah.
That was very fun. But as I told you, because I didn't play the game for a long time, because for me, since like I graduated, I got so busy like working. I even the time I was in China at that time. I used to work in the morning and then just like work in the evening as well because I do have 2 shifts. Like I do have to go to my school in the morning and then I do have to teach my students online as well. So that's very it keeps me a lot busy. Most of the time, that's why I don't have time to play games or stuff. So I don't even have time to practice my hobbies as well.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, that's very sad and sucks as well.
Yeah.
So
at least right now I can still have time. Yeah.
Apart from playing video games, what other hobbies do you enjoy doing?
Oh, let me see. Maybe hang out with friends. Go to have some nice food.
Oh, nice food as well. Okay. Have you tried Western food?
What food?
Have you tried Western food?
Yes, Western food, right?
Yes, Western food.
Yeah, steak, spaghetti, and what else? Cake, pizza, hamburger.
Because I've been to China many times, actually. I would say that I'm very excited to go back to China again, but I'm not excited at the same time because, the worst thing about going to China is the food. I'm not really used to, even though let's say that Chinese food is very awesome. I would say that it's very yummy, it's very delicious. But you always have this kind of things that you always like feel not homesick, I would say, but you feel like you miss your hometown food. I'm not sure about you because you've not tried that before, but whenever I travel, I feel like, oh, I want to try my hometown food again. I want to eat that food again because whatever I eat, I don't feel satisfied. I don't feel like, oh, I'm full, my stomach is full already. No, I feel like, when I eat this food, I'm just like, eating just like to, fill up my stomach, not really enjoying that. So that is the worst thing about traveling, actually.
Yeah, I think so. Especially you are in a totally different different place. It's not Europe. China is not Europe.
Exactly.
At least
exactly.
you are in the UK. Yeah, you can have the same eating habit.
No, even though let's say that I went to a lot of countries in Asia. Let's say I've been to Malaysia, I've been to Thailand, I've been to Vietnam as well. I've been to a lot of countries there, but whenever I go to these countries, I always find the food that I like. What I mean by that is their food is not like we can say very Asian. Let's say not very Asian. They always have this taste where it belongs to the Western countries, kind of like that. You always have a Western food wherever you go. But in China, no, because in China, wherever you go, you're gonna find Chinese food only. The only way to have Western food is where you go when you go downtown, when you go to the central, it's the center. The city center. And I think that for me, I don't have this opportunity since I work. I work in the daytime and then the evening as well. So I don't have that much time to go there and enjoy my food there.
Yeah, I see. Totally understand. Because I think Chinese people don't like Western food that much.
Well, anyways, today we didn't learn that much. I think we didn't learn anything. It's totally okay. Actually, today's class is just to it's just a trial class. We're supposed to know each other. We break the ice, we become friends. That is the purpose of today's class. It's not about learning. So even though that we didn't learn anything, it's totally okay. It's totally fine. We don't care about that. But later we're gonna have more serious classes. But I wish that you can actually choose the books, the more suitable books for yourself. Like you can try different courses here. What is cool about having online classes is you can actually choose the time, you can choose a teacher, you can choose a book by yourself, and you can choose where you want to have the class. So you are the boss here. I'm not the boss here. You are the boss. You're choosing whatever you want.
Yeah.
That's why it is very, very cool. So do you have any question for me? Do you want to ask me something? You want to say something? You want to tell me something? Since we have 2 more minutes, so maybe we can just talk about something else if you do have any questions.
Let me see. For the conversation, I don't have any questions. Yeah, I have a question that do you know mostly what you buy is mostly made in China?
What I buy mostly from China.
Yeah. Do you recognize that?
Actually, I would say that maybe phones. Not sure about that.
No
actually.
phone. I mean, maybe in the supermarket or some shop. Yeah.
Oh, from the supermarkets. You mean when I was in China, right?
Yes. Like when you are in the UK, and can you buy lots of products made in China because we export a lot of goods to the UK?
Well, in the UK, actually, you can actually find in the pound shop, but in supermarkets, usually we do have things are made in the UK itself. Like whenever I go, when you buy like daily life consuming things, no, I'm sure that they're not from China, but some like home appliances, let's say maybe home appliances machines, they come from China. I believe that most of them are, you can say that what do I say, like kitchen appliances, you can say household appliances. But we can't find in the supermarket. No, everything is made in the UK. We don't find some Chinese things in the supermarket for sure, unless if we go to big supermarkets such as the Walmart. Actually, here some big supermarkets. Maybe you're gonna find a lot of important products, but in the supermarkets down there, I'm not sure you're gonna find a lot of important things. No, they all comes from the UK, from a country.
Because sometimes we sell a lot of products to the supermarket like Coastal, right? Coastal. And B&M.
B&M, I know.
Company like that. Yeah. Because we did export a lot of goods to them. Sometimes I will communicate with them, about the price, about the policy.
Actually, I don't count, like whenever I go to the supermarket, I don't check where it comes from. I just buy it. For example, I want some beans, I just buy it from that piece. I just buy them. I don't care about
this this
no,
label, you never
no,
notice that.
No,
Oh,
I don't notice that. I don't know. I've never noticed that actually. I just go there to this market, buy it, and go home. I never check that, but I'm
yeah.
sure that they don't come from China. No, you know, we can say that home appliances, kitchen appliances, they come from China, but you know, consuming things, I don't know. Maybe some of them, maybe.
Okay, thank you.
So
Yeah.
what does your company sell? What kind of things do you sell to your clients usually?
We sell a lot, like gardening, kitchen, and floor, housing,
Ooh.
and yeah, bicycle sometimes. Because we are like the agency, we are not producing things. We
You're
are
an
just help them to
agency.
explore. Yeah, yeah.
Gotcha. Anyways,
Mhm.
it was really nice to talk to you. I'm very, very happy to see you, but unfortunately, we do have to finish our class now. I will see you next time, okay?
Yeah. Of course, yeah.
Enjoy
See
your
you.
night. Have a good night. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.